All right, everybody. I just thought I'd do something different and do a quick vlog. And with this one, I'm going to be talking about a bit about life and a bit about how YouTube's going. I'm going to drop a few tips along the way. No, I'm not an expert yet, but sharing's caring, innit? And there's be people out there still that have either just started or, they're putting it off, aren't they, essentially? So I want to try and break that down, how I did it still. I've covered it in basics in other vlogs, but I want to kind of round it off with where I'm at now. And yeah, Saturday night, it's Saturday night, and I'm gonna work. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I drive to work, it takes about an hour. I have comfort brake stops and stuff like that because of my old arthritis. I thought, I bet if I can mount this camera somewhere, I bet I can talk and capture a few bits, and if it felt good comes out of it, I'll put it up there as a bit of a bonus. You know what I mean? Not like my main thing, but like a bit of a bonus type thing. We hardly any editing and stuff, just a bit real, you know. Because hey, a few of you have said like they like when I go around walking and stuff and just talk about life, and thank you. That means a lot because I do like it, but I can't always walk around like I can in summer because of my arthritis. So if you ever see me sat at a desk rambling on about videos and ghosts and stuff like that, it's generally dictated to, it's got a correlation with how my bones are working and how they're not working, or my anxiety, that type of thing. But anyway, everybody's got the struggles. But I will touch on a couple of mine as I go, because it's I always think like if it helps one person, then it's worth me plugging this in and recording it, essentially, isn't it? I genuinely mean that. I really do. Because above everything is the ability that we've got today in today's day and age. This is just my phone, it's not even my camera. To be able to do something like this, it's great, isn't it? And to be able to put it out there for free. I mean, I ain't got to, you know, pay to put this out to you. It's not costing me much money at all, and I'm going to work anyway. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I can't put my usual tunes on though, so that'll get copyright strike. I'll get took off or whatever. Yeah, so I'll just rattle on. Yeah, so bear with us. As if I've picked tonight, and there might be some fruitier words than usual because I'm just going to be real. It's absolutely chucking it down with hailstone. I thought it was snow when I came out. I'm like, bleeding hell, of all the times to pick this. I couldn't even hear myself when I got in the car. It was just a wall of noise, like, you know. So hopefully by the time because I get a lunch break halfway through the day, so I can probably do a little bit there. Not technical, but what you will get out of it is an update on YouTube with some tips, progress about what I'm going through and how I'm dealing with some of my illnesses, if you like, and bring you up to speed with that. And then I'll talk about, again, what's coming up and what I've got recorded, ready to release, just so that you know you're in the loop about my channel. So thank you very much. See you in a bit. And I will drive steady because I have only got one speed meter knows. Steady away. Hey, Rome weren't built in a day, or something like that, innit? But I've never been a fast driver. That was my brother. My brother were a speed demon. He likes his cars, or he used to like his cars, his Formula One. Bloody hell, money is spent on cars over years and gonna see Formula One. He was absolutely mental into it, like my brother. But to me, a car it gets you from A to B, and I'm blessed that I've got a decent one. I understand that. Main thing is with a car, it gets you from A to B safely, comfortably, reasonable price, if you can afford one that's reasonable price, and essentially if it's got a drum and bass soundtrack for an indicator. Yeah. Right, so let's see how we get on here. Got my cap on. This is one thing I'm going to have to stop doing, you know, because I'm on nights. I take energy drinks in and I drink them. Like, I've got to probably put this light off today. Well, that's a bit dark, isn't it? Yeah, let me put it on before I set off. I've got to take energy drinks, like, and because I work 12 hours and an hour each way driving, it can be quite a long night. the job that I do, I'm not really supposed to go into detail about it. It's kind of a bit of a professional role, and it's for a big corporate company, so I don't want to piss them off at all, because they're paying me a mortgage with me. So, and you don't bite the hand that feeds you, do you? Unless you've got an exit plan, and then you shouldn't do it, because you never should burn your bridges, should you? That's what I was taught anyway when I was very, very young. So I'll have a swig of this, and then honestly, I will have to stop this. And hey, I'll tell you now, the most observant people out there that watch me on my channel, my bloody tooth's gone again. Oh, chuffy now. I've got a great couple of weeks lined up, a trip abroad with a really, really good friend of mine who gets about all over, and I don't think you'll be able to guess who it is. I'm not going to give you any more clues. But he did. He says to me, get your passport ready, and I want to know your days off. I thought, bloody hell, chuff me. Well, what can you say to that? Well, with anxiety, you can say no, but I didn't. So I wouldn't have done it without his support to go with him, because he's somebody I've known all my life, so he can between us, because we both have anxiety, between us we can talk ourselves right, you know what I mean? So yeah, I wouldn't have gone on my own. I can tell you about when I did go last time on my own, actually, in a bit. Piss me, I've poured it all down my bloody jumper, and I have to concentrate now. So. Right, you'll not eat cast. It's already started, car. Where's my chuffing vape gone? A vape. I'll tell you a few inside things with me as well, but I've not been. It's not that I've been deceitful, but it's not been appropriate to share. But I will share a bit of further insight into the day and the life of a creepy, not creepy. Yeah, creepy joints, JT. That's me, innit? When people say, hey, are you creepy? I'm like, well, I hope you don't think I'm creepy. Don't say I've lost that. Bloody bastard. What chuffing hell is it? Oh, you see, this is me. I've stopped before I've started now. Hang on a minute. So. No, to come further. Not to come further. Where's that left it? Where is this leader? Does anybody else have a car with all sorts of stuff in? And when they want something, they can't find it. Hey, do you know what bugs me with car keys? In fact, I've got them here with car keys. I don't mean that. I forgot what I was looking for on my vape. What bugs me with car keys, why can't they have a USB slot on them when you charge them up instead of having a bloody battery? There we go, said it. Yes. So, I do vape, and I try not to do it on camera. One, I don't even know if it's allowed on YouTube, so I'm trying to behave. And two, I don't like the fact that I vape, really. It's not like, well, I laugh and joke about it, but ideally, I shouldn't really be vaping because my teeth are not amazing. Now, I'll give you a bit of background about why I vape. Well, my excuse anyway. When I had a nervous breakdown, proper in and all, like it weren't funny. Well, it's never funny, like, is it? But yeah, I were in a bad way, let's say, because we had a house fire and almost lost everything. Oh, this is a bit dark, isn't it? Took a bit of a turn, this, hasn't it? Well, I'm coming out of my road now. I live in a rural area, so there's plenty of time, if you've got the time, which I appreciate. So yeah, let's say we're in a bad way, and I had PTSD and I weren't right, and part of rebuilding that were I got diagnosed with general anxiety disorder. Let me turn that light off now, because it's not cool, is it, to have a light on? Yeah, so I was diagnosed with that. I hope you can bloody hear me on this. So yeah, I had CBT, tried different medication. I think I've spoke about it before, Anna, so you know, it is what it is. There's not just me with it. But one of the things that helped me when you learn to reevaluate your time and stuff, and how to sort of make time for yourself and be a bit the teacher of it weeks, how to be a little bit selfish in terms of your health and look after yourself. Can I just say, vision's not too bad. It's heavy rain, but wipers are working, so we're all right. Yeah, we were. So yeah, part of that sitting down and they give you homework to do, like with CBT, and 2 or 3 or 4 sessions in, they are reliant on you giving it your best, yeah, and doing your routine, you know, and working through your plan and putting into it a lot of your time to go through these practices that you learn about how to frame things and reframe thoughts, etc. And some of that time were best spent for me sat on my own in an house. We were in a rented house at that point because our house had pretty much burned down. It's all right now. No one died. Yeah, it was stressful, but this is years ago, so don't be too overly concerned. We managed to get everything back right eventually. As you can imagine, it was very, very stressful. I used to sit in a room it was like a dining room area that we had at this house that we rented, and I got myself a little record player. And I used to listen to, I started back listening to vinyl. I've always had vinyl in my life, but I started playing it back again, you know, and enjoying the time. But what I found were, when I started playing, especially when I started playing my rock records again, that I'd not played since I was a teenager, I felt that connection again with rock and roll, or thrash, or metal, or hard rock, whatever you want to call it, right? Even punk. I got that connection back because what I was doing were giving myself time, or kind of like grounding myself, and almost like things were sinking in because like everything else was going off around me. But you know, you sound like if you've got a record player, you either have to get up and flip the vinyl over, don't you? Or it just goes off. Or if you've got like a record player with an auto return, it'll just return its arm and needle, and you're stuck, aren't you? Because you've got to get up and do it. So that were really good for me, and it really worked because I had to be there for the duration of the album, and I was bloody enjoying it. I really, really enjoyed it. It got me back into music in a big way. And music, I've said this before as well, so I'll repeat a few things because I'm just speaking from heart. I know music is a healer. 100%, and it is a healer, and I can't explain why and how it does it. Sorry for noise, but me windows are a bit dual, Ollie. Just get heat blasted up in it. It does it. Music does a lot. I don't know how it does it. Like I say, I'm no expert, but music heals you. I can only say from my experience how I felt with music and that connection since I was a young kid, and it brings me back to happier times. It brings me to calmness. It gives me inspiration. It motivates me. It makes me think. It makes me do other stuff. It kind of pushes me. Like I said, but I chose Eagles. I'd not listened to Eagles much before. I'd had a greatest hits tape on and off, or listened to it on radio, let's say. But as soon as I heard Eagles on vinyl, I was like, oh my God, I fell in love. I proper fell in love with Eagles. Yeah, so that's how that's where my anxiety started. So I've gone round all over, haven't I, just to tell you that. And I've actually just drove through village. So, yeah, let's get tracking on with this journey, haven't I? I was just coming out of the house. You've just seen then where I forgot my vape, right? And that was genuine. I think it's because I'm on strong medication, because I have arthritis, don't I? Which, you know, I've talked about. Mine's sciatic arthritis, right? So what that means is, it's like, it is hereditary, And it started mine with psoriasis, and then it's in my bones, and my bones are crumbling due to the psoriatic arthritis, and I've got rheumatoid arthritis, because I couldn't just have one, could I? Piss me. And do you know what it is? Check this out, listen to this, right? My mum was covered in psoriasis all her life, and she's lived with it. Now imagine, she's been in front at fish and chip shop, because we had a fish and chip shop, didn't we? So she had to cover herself up all the time, always spotlessly clean. No one ever saw that she'd got psoriasis, because she had a smock on, didn't she, and a shirt or a blouse. And her hands, there were none on her hands, and it were all above board, like. But what I'm trying to say is, she lived with that and worked with that, and do you know what? She's amazing, my mother. I know you've met her a couple of times, but honest to God, she's incredible. The hard work she's done for me and my family, running that shop with my dad, I'll never forget it. But, and you know, I'm blessed. I am really blessed that I've got an amazing family and a fantastic mother still with me. Oh, I've had some brilliant times. Anyway, where were I? Psoriasis. Hey, this is what I was going to tell you about. It's weird, this. As soon as mine flared up, because my psoriasis flared up after house fire, and I'm telling you, there's something linked to stress, I reckon, why it can flare up. I'm not saying I wouldn't have had it without house fire, because I think it is hereditary, but it triggered it, right? And it came on proper brutal with me. It was so embarrassing. I really feel for people that have still got that skin condition, psoriasis, that haven't had the right treatment. And if anybody's out there struggling with it, message me, and I'll tell you kind of like steps I had to take to get seen. Cameras fell off now, but who knows, it is what it is. We're at a different angle. I have to do some funky editing and reframe this, but who cares, because I'm on my way to work, aren't I? So it's a bonus. Any road up. We're right roundabout now. I'm near Dearne Valley area. This is where it were like, used to be, there were pits and everything, weren't there? So this area now is like call centres,
Blondings,
college, Dearne Valley College, and a few businesses that are in like warehousey type work, and that's about it. Yeah, so like I said, my mother's cleared up overnight, and I got it all through, and it were almost like we'd had a relay, you know. Hey, Jonathan, I've had this bugger all my life. Thy turn. You know what I mean? I'm like, chuffing out. She says to me, your psoriasis is shocking. I says, I know it is, mother. It's really getting me down. I'd had it about a year at this point, and it had just started to affect me in how I felt. It does affect me, as well as the physical aspect of it, managing the creams, the portions, the trying things. Having psoriasis dictates what you wear, where you go. You've got to think ahead. It's like having a baby with you. It is. It's crazy. Some really embarrassing things have happened to me with psoriasis, but I can talk about it now, because like I said, my psoriasis is under control in my skin, because they put me on methotrexate eventually. So this is end at road with psoriasis. I've skipped a bit, because I can talk about that. Maybe if somebody asks me in comments, I'll go through step by step, like how I got it sorted in the end. But yeah, I'm on methotrexate drug, which is a chemotherapy based drug. The reason I'm on that is it's known to keep psoriasis at bay, but more importantly for me, it slows down psoriatic arthritis, or it kind of not treats it, but kind of comforts it in a way, and almost really reduces the savageness of this disease, this arthritis. Because what it's doing is it's crumbling my neck bones, my finger bones, every bit of me, my knees. And that sounds like I'm mourning like now, but I'm just being honest. It's every bit. Someone says to me, I get sick of this and all, and you will if you've got an illness. Filling forms out and going through it all every time. How does it affect you? Well, it affects everywhere, and I'm not kidding, it does. I can have really good days where I only feel it in my knees and my hip. That's a brilliant day if that happens. And at rest, it's just all over. And I've managed the pain levels to a degree that I've been able to keep working. And they'll say to me, what's your pain like out of 10? I don't even know if... I'm not going to exaggerate. Some days it's a 7. That's all I need to say on it. Some days it's a 7 and you can manage. Some days I'm throwing up with pain in the morning. I'm sick because of the chemo-based methotrexate. It makes me sick sometimes, and I feel like, oh, it's not cancer treatment, but it's a very small dose of it is chemotherapy-based. So you get some of that side effects, and some people have to come off it. I ain't needed to come off it because I've weathered the storm like I am doing now on my way to work. Weathered the storm. I've got a biological drug that I take as well. Both of these things that I take, I have to inject myself, which is a bit of a ball ache, firstly, but then it's just second nature now. Doesn't hurt, like, you know what I mean? It's just doing it. You've got to make sure you do it right. And some of the, I'm at lights, so I can talk to you, right? So don't be no policemen watching me saying you're not taking due care and attention. You can nana, so I know what I'm doing. I'm wetching. Yeah. Joking aside, yes, some of the medication that I take, it has to be put in a fridge. So that's got all that to balance, and hey, is this due, that due? That's got to order it right, make sure it's in stock, make sure it's in your fridge when they deliver it within an hour. All that rigmarole. So, how'd you get on, JT, if you're going to download? Well, I have to apply for a fridge. I managed to get electric hook up last time. Or access to a fridge through accessible camping, really. So I can talk about more of that later on before we get to download, which is plenty of time. I'll do a few more download videos. Hey, right, that's enough about my health for now, because it's boring me, and it's probably boring you to death. I'm not freaking you, it'll bore you. So. But yeah, I talk about it because it helps me and all sometimes, if you don't mind. But honestly, arthritis, psoriasis, anxiety, I'm not a doctor. I'm not even an expert, but I've had it for years and years and years. I know what works for me, and I'll share it with you if it makes it easier. Right, we'll go on to YouTube now. YouTube, get yourself all you need to start YouTube if you're thinking about it. And if you're not, just humour me, because I'll tell you about a few updates in a bit, what I'm doing next. Right, YouTube, I started it. I got signed into YouTube for a channel because I thought I want to do a channel. And it was partly because I'd seen James's channel. And what happened were, I'd not spoken to James for ages. We'd not fallen out, but we're that type of mate that if I've not seen him for 4 years, next time I see him, we've watched same films and we're enjoying same music. And we like same snap, and we're just similar in a lot of ways, and totally different in another. Which it's one of them mates. He's a good mate. You can just pick up. Do you know what I mean? There's no awkwardness, bless him. If my family life's coming way, or if his work's coming way, there's never any need to apologise with James, and vice versa. He's a lovely lad, as you've seen. What you see is what you get. Anyway, I was just sat watching telly one, and this has happened twice to me. And you can ask him. I was sat watching telly and I thought, I'll put YouTube on. I thought, who's this bugger? It's bloody James, what's he up to? And I thought, hey, this looks a bit of a bad do, because he looks like he's going through it. You know, we're losing his house and van life. I thought, chuffing hell, what's happening here? So I caught up on that story, and like everybody else that followed James, or that's just found him, he's compelling to watch whatever he's doing, because he shares his experience and he talks normal like me. So I've learnt a lot through that. Just be yourself, you know what I mean? I'm still learning loads now. I'm not an expert. Again, I'm not an expert on YouTube, like I've said. But I signed up about 12 months ago for so that I could have a channel, because I've seen James a couple of times and thought, hey, I fancied that. I fancy going, even if it's just for a diary, or what I'm doing, and I can look back on. Because you used to have camcorders, didn't you, in 80s? You used to film all birthdays and stuff. And I think that's what your mobile phones replaced that now. So being able to upload that, give me a bit more room on my phone. And I liked it. I thought, I like the idea. This is the idea, bear in mind. I've not started YouTube at this point. So then I went out with my bonus money and bought a Sony ZV-1 like vlogging camera, about 500 quid. I thought I've made a commitment now, so I'm gonna vlog. Did have balls. I would just start looking at camera freaking to the earth, thinking, well, I don't know what I'm doing with this camera. It's too technical for me. Now, if I were to do that again, and everybody will tell you this that started YouTube or that's on YouTube, you just do it and put your vlog out, and then you sit back and get prepared to, once you've put your first one on, start learning as you go. There's no other way to do it. There is no other way other than having a go. And fair play to everybody that has a go. And no one fails at YouTube. Not one person, and hear me out on this and you'll see why I'm saying it. Nobody goes on YouTube and fails when they upload a video. You're not failing. You're doing something that you want to do. So that's not failing because you're doing it. Now, if your channels don't take off straight away, or you know, you're on year 2, year 3, and you're still trying and it's not taking off, and then you don't know which video is going to blow up, which video is going to be like, start to get you noticed or start to get your channel out there. Because algorithms are one thing, but understanding them is a complete other. And I spoke to James on length about this many, many times, and he's been at it for a couple of years now, hasn't he? And he's doing it as his main job, so he has to be critical of everything, take it all in. He's got spreadsheets coming out of his bloody ears. So it's his job, right? So he's professional, yeah? So get back on track, JT. What I'm saying is, you never know when it's going to take off. That's the thing. So people don't fail on YouTube. They quit. They quit YouTube early before they're successful. And successful is in the eye of the beholder. I think you're successful putting a video together if you're not used to it. I think you're successful having the balls to put something on YouTube. That's massive. You might look at your success as, well, I'm not monetized. I'm not monetized. You might look at your success as, I haven't got so many videos yet, or, you know, I haven't met this, because it's all done in stages on YouTube, isn't it? I haven't met this, I haven't reached this bracket. But you're going forward in the right direction, and that is the main thing, like, you know what I mean? That's it, above anything. And there's loads of times where I've had to keep myself right upstairs and think, I ain't giving in. There's no way I'm giving in. I'm here now and I'm enjoying it. And chuff everybody. And this isn't aimed at anybody on my channel, because guess what? And I'm not just saying this, right? I'm really lucky, me. I am who I am, and people seem to think it's all right. So I'm really blessed and lucky. And it's down to how I've been brought up, and my family, my friends, and my outlook, I guess. And people must just be a bit like interested in like my weirdness. I don't know. But I'm all right. I'm doing okay with it, right? But what were I going to say then? Oh yeah, right. You just don't give in. I've not had anybody negative about my videos in terms of, I've had some suggestions and feedback which I think is absolutely incredible, right? People are trying to help me by giving me feedback for free. It's not like I paid them to be a consultant or made them watch my video. They've given up their time. Bloody hell. Which is, I've always said this, it's a running theme. Time's the most precious thing you can give to people. It is. They've given up their time in their day. They've seen something that they think, I want to improve this chap. I want to give him some help. Fancy that. A stranger who you probably never met. I love it. You've got to be able to look past what you think's good. Look past. Just stay off. My best advice is keep going, stay focused. Don't get carried away. If you get a really good video like I did with Download, I'm like, oh, it's mint this, I've just go to every concert now, and I've got a successful channel. I couldn't afford to go to every concert. My bones wouldn't take me to every concert, and it weren't realistic. But I'll do concerts when I can. I expect this new download in 2026 this year to be a good one. I do. I really do. Some of the bands I'm not even interested in, but it's all about when you get there, innit? And having a right good time, and just you're somewhere else when you go to download. You're not. It's like you're not on this planet. Like Ethan said in some older videos that I did a download. It's like you're in a sci-fi film. Come, like, I don't know, like not apocalyptic, but I don't know the right words to express what I mean. But you're with family as well. You feel safe. You do. I've not seen any real bother there ever. Just people having a good time, and because everybody wants to have a good time and nobody wants bother, and you've got metal fans that are like family that look after each other. It's one of the best feelings, isn't it? I think it is on the road. Yeah. What were I on about then? Chuff me. Oh, I'm going past back end of Rotherham now. Like, I'm nearly at back of Meadowhall.
You may never get out alive. It's everywhere.
What the hell is it?
Looks like a shopping center, one of those big indoor malls.
You must have heard of Meadowhall, that big shopping centre. Hey, with anxiety, I don't like going. It's like, even though it's massive, and that's probably why I don't like it, there's too many people, you feel too crowded. I don't like going into spaces that I don't need to be in. And that sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it? But what I mean is, if I ain't got to go, and some days with anxiety you feel like you're exposing yourself. If I ain't got to do that, I tend to try and avoid it.
What are they doing? Why do they come here?
Some kind of instinct, memory, what they used to do.
Or do it at a different pace. My pace, you know what I mean? Like if I had to go to Meadowhall and somebody really wants to go like our Leo or Shaz, I'd be like, yeah, we'll go. Where are we going? What we're going to be doing? And let's have an exit plan. Let's get out. And when we're coming out of Meadowhall, it's almost like in my head, Dawn at Dead music's playing. Like we've got through all chaos. I'm turning down at the back of Meadowhall Road, well near there, that type of thing. I should have done a couple of different angles. But it's not bloody. It's not going to be a regular thing, I don't think, this driving. Like, it's just a one-off bonus job. It's something for me to do on my dinner tonight when I get over an hour dinner. So what? And it's good, that, isn't it? But because I work long hours, you have to have so much time back, don't you? Rules and regs, and especially nights, because I'm working nights, aren't I? So yeah, you do get a fair dinner. That's another thing, right? It's all right having a decent job that works nights, but don't fall into trap. This, I don't know why I'm trying to lecture you now, but red lights on, you can probably see reflection. Looks like one of my videos at my mother's with orange wall. No matter how many bloody times I set them cameras up, well, not them cameras, my camera and lights, and position my lights. Somebody, please, I'm gonna have to get James down, or somebody in comments. You'll know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm chuffing doing. As you can see from camera angle, just bloke shining his torch and he's walking his dog. I thought he were looking at me, but he's not. Sometimes these thoughts come in, don't they, with anxiety? What's he looking at? He's only walking over with his dog. Lights are on green. Green is good in my job. Green is good. Yeah, so I'll use my time when I can effectively researching my creepy stories online on my phone, or I'll do some editing. I use CapCut Pro editor. I recommend, if you're starting off YouTube. God, I've took ages to get to this bit. I know. Sure, hell, there'll be nobody watching. If you're still watching now, by the way, you deserve something like a prize. But I'm not monetized, so I can't afford it. But if I could, I would. You know, I would. Hey, it's balmy at work because I get people. There's 2 or 3 people in 1 week come to me. Hey, why the hell are you on by the curb? I'm like, I'm not on by the curb. I just were on it for that little. You know, it's not. Yeah. So when you start YouTube, well, I'll get to this point in end, won't I? I'll be at work before I finish even just second part of this. So I'll edit this like crazy and cut all shite out if I can. If not, well, there you go. Just put me on 3 speed or something, but please watch it because, yeah, I mean, my thought process about YouTube's changed over the last few weeks, which you can imagine, I'm only human, right? I like being told, I get gratification from helping people, and I get pleasure seeing my channel grow. And if that's a crime and me admitting that, I'm sorry, but I'm guilty as bloody charged, because it's a labour of love. When it's going all right, it's fantastic. When you're struggling, it can be a challenge. But it's got to be worth it for me, because, yeah, me dynamics change. Right? I'm going to be open and honest with you. The main thing was to get my channel foundation gone, which means getting so many videos out, getting me messages across, setting up my channel. I'm now into a phase of my channel where I'm absolutely a beginner still. I know I'm not monetizing a note, no sponsorship. If anybody does want, I don't even think they can sponsor me. What am I on about? But yeah, so everything that any bit of spare cash I get now, it just goes into, like, I might need better lights, or I might need something for my camera, or a power bank. I need stuff like that. I'm not asking you for it. You're not paying. I'm just saying every bit of extra I get, I'm still funneling into channel. So I'm not monetized. I'm not complaining I'm not monetized, but it's just, like, realistic for me to tell you now. I feel like my foundations are nearly laid, and I feel like where I want to go. And please don't take this as me being big-headed and say, "Oh, it's changed." Honestly, I'm very humble about it, because it could all just go. I lost an house and all its insides, and almost my son's life in 2 minutes, and I lost all my material objects. So trust me, I learned a lesson. The fireman in I said I won't talk about this, didn't I? The fireman that come to see me walked in out and went, "You've won lottery today, you." And I'm thinking, is he taking piss? And I looked up and I could see from kitchen to roof that everything was gutted. Still smouldering, right? But it saved all me. The fire team at South Yorkshire, WAF fire team at Manvers, I haven't been able to talk about it as much because I get emotional, but they're incredible human beings. They're doing a flipping brilliant job. They're angels, like our paramedics, like our nurses. They're a phenomenal bunch of people, and so I am humble, because maybe I weren't humble back then. Maybe I weren't humble enough, and maybe I'm not saying it happened for a reason, but it was a big reset for me. Like, I know how to, I won't say stay in my lane, but I'm very, very grateful. Every day I'm thinking of things that I'm grateful for all the time, and not just because I've got to. Like, that's me, that is me, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm still going on. I want to be monetized. I want the channel to grow, not for reasons of me being greedy, but I'm on a battle at the minute. I'm fighting a battle with my health. A lot of people are. I'm not dying, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to put into perspective, and I'm crap at choosing words, but my ability to be able to carry on, let's say, working socially, YouTube, looking after this, doing that, that opportunity that I've currently got shrinking probably by the month, by the hour sometimes, into what is realistic, what I can do, what I can achieve. Realistically, in the next couple of years, if I'm lucky, mind my P's and Q's, and I'm lucky to still have your guys with me, because I love your guys that have been with me, especially, well, all of you. I love it, so thank you. If I'm lucky enough to hold your concentration, not through this video because it's just me driving to work, but in future, if you can get anything from my contribution to vlogging, if you like, then I'm only too pleased to be able to give it you, because you listen to me. I'm not going to repeat that what I normally say, because I've said it about 4 times on this vlog, and it'll sound like it. Somebody once told me, don't apologise more than once, just apologise and mean it, right? So I'm showing up now. I'm not going to keep going on, or it loses its, it loses its value. Loys, we say, where I work, where I live, not where I work, because I work in Sheffield, but I'm more Barnsley. So, hey, that's funny, dialect between coming out of my house going through Rotherham and ended up in Sheffield, there's about 3 or 4 different twangs of your dialect, a bit of an inside there for you, if you've not already noticed. Sometimes I can talk really broad. I think that's when I'm most relaxed, maybe. And sometimes I'll try and... James has gone through this with his channel. YouTube will listen and pick up words, and sometimes if it can't understand what you're saying because your accent, which is a bit wrong, innit? It ought to have a South Yorkshire bloody analyst on. Yeah, if it can't quite make out stuff, it's not going to be able to do right analytics. So I have to try and talk at a reasonable level and try and, if out, curb my broadness, even though it's impossible. It's not going to happen. You know I'm from Yorkshire. You know I'm from near Barnsley. You can't just tell, can't you? I'm just not going to... Hey, I'm lucky because, like I said, in my work as well, in my professional career, right, not since working, definitely over the last 10 years anyway, people seem to be alright with me because of the way, you know, like I said, where I've been brought up and the way I come across, I've done alright. Yeah, if I had to change exactly everything about myself just to be successful on YouTube, nah. I can act, because I've done acting in my spare time, but I'm not amazing at it. I realised that really early on. I've got a bit of a... I've been in a series which nobody will have seen, that were a bit like a comedy thing, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, because it were worthwhile doing. I met some lovely people through it, and it were a process where I were learning things, and scripts were good, they were alright, you know what I mean, acting were alright, but it were one of them jobs where, of course it's independent, you don't expect money, you're not going to get a wage from it. I was doing it in my spare time, but it ended up, I didn't fall out with person who were doing it, and I wish him all the best in the future, but it were a funny time for me because my dad were passing away, and they wanted me to do some shooting in filming in like outside of Yorkshire, which is fair because other people were from other areas. I just couldn't commit. I couldn't commit for nothing when I'd got my dad depending on me. So I hope they do realise that I didn't fall out with him. I was just like, and that's the thing, innit? If it's independent art and you're doing it, you've all got to help each other, right? But there does come a time where you've got to say, as much as I love doing this, it's costing me more money than sense, and not that did, but I can understand why projects don't get made, is what I'm saying. Almost going on to what my good friend Liam Regan does. I'm really proud to call him my mate. I've worked with him for a bit before, and I've known him since on and off, very on and off. I knew him a little bit when he was a kid, as in a toddler, because his mum and dad and my mum and dad were good mates, drinking buddies. So that's where that comes in, that angle, if anybody's like cares. But yeah, I had opportunity to work with Liam in a job, and then as paths crossed before that, because he did his first ever feature film, Banjo. My Bloody Banjo it's called now, and it's a bloody good film for an independent film, and it's his first big one. He had it all. He rates funds, his son, which is unbelievable. I mean, he used to work some rate hours to get overtime to be able to put stuff aside to save up for this film, and he put all his eggs in one basket, and he used all his own money, and oh god, stress he must have been under releasing that. And he actually made film, and it's an independent horror film that's, you know, and it did really well. It's sold out now on Blu-ray. It got screened in America. It got screened just about everywhere. And he hadn't done that for money. He did it because he needed to. He's very, very passionate. So I'm really happy that he's doing that. And now he's doing, and I've talked about this before, Uncle William, so I'm going on, sorry. But I'm just trying to articulate and put it into place how other people have inspired me as well, because creativity, being a creative person, I used to love making figures and dolls, and I'd change dolls into horror characters and stuff, right? And I learned how to spray, you know, do all painting with a gun and stuff like that. I did a bust of Freddy Krueger, and I was really proud of it. Yeah, and then my arthritis was so bad I couldn't even hold I couldn't even out stuff properly because it was too painful. I was dropping stuff and making right balls of it. So I thought, what can I do that's creative still? That's another reason why I'm still doing this, right? What can I do that's creative that's not that physical sometimes? And it's this, isn't it? It's YouTube. As long as you... we have writers like mine that sometimes seizes your hand up. I learned hard way with that Sony camera because it was a little bit intricate detail and different things, settings it could do. I thought, I don't want to drop this, and I'm going to drop it. And I ain't paid it off. So as soon as I could, I got an Action Pro 5, and I've still got that. That's what I use because they're more robust. So if my fingers seize up and my editing's a bit dodgy, you kind of hopefully now know why a little bit more anyway. But I'm nearly at where I work in terms of I'm driving into Sheffield. I can see Sheffield outline at the city, there's lights on, everybody's having a great laugh. It's Saturday night, they're all going for a bit of a drink and a dance, and you know, it'd be buzzing in town, even though it's pissing it down. And I'm working and I'm alright with that. I'm alright with that. Is it Saturday? Because I do that 4 on 4 off, I forget what day it is. Some people say I don't know what day it is anyway, but anyway. So yeah, YouTube, just go for it. I started, like I said, joined about over 12 months ago. I only put my first vlog out. Something about Tony Soprano and the devil came to me in my sleep, and it were a talk about my CPAP diagnosis. That was 9 months ago. To me, it feels like 18 months ago, because I feel like I've done quite a few videos since, even though I haven't. I've only done about, is it about 120 or something? If that. That's another thing. Once you start, you've got to keep going. So this year, I'll make a promise. I've already made a promise. I'm underlining what I said at the beginning of the new year. I'm ditching AI faces of myself because I get some right stick off my mother. That's not bloody you. Well, is it then?
It's your lookalikes.
I ain't got bloody lookalikes. Do you think I should stop using computer to do my pictures?
Yes.
It's AI, Mum.
AI?
AI.
What does that mean?
It's like artificial intelligence.
Insemination?
No.
Well, you said AI.
No. So I need to stop it, don't I?
Stop. Yeah, I suppose. You do need to stop it, Jonathan. Because you're going to get into trouble.
I'm not appealing like I'm somebody else. I'm just... Who's that bugger? That's not Sharon. Hey, who's that bugger there? That's not you. Is it our Andrew? No, it's not our Andrew. It is me, mother. It's not. And she can sniff AI out. She can sniff AI out straight away. No, that's, you've altered that. So she's brilliant. So I'm getting to the point where I'm ditching that completely. I'm 99% nearly. You might see it on a few of my creepy ones, because how the chuffing hell am I going to get a piranha to jump out of a pool in Doncaster with my face turning way to face piranha to look scared? There'll be a way of doing it, but I ain't got the skills to do that without using a little bit of AI in that thumbnail. As long as my face is my face and it's not altered by AI, that's what I'm 98% there now with that. So I've changed some of my old thumbnails because they piss me off though, that AI. I can't do it, man. I can't do it all feedback of, not from you, no, don't get me wrong. But like my mum coming up to me saying, what's that bloody face you're pulling? It's enough. And then James has said, stop it with AI. And in a kind way, in a constructive way. And Leo's my worst critic for it. Leo, my son. And Max, they'll go, Dad, what's that thumbnail? And I'll go, what do you mean I've only just uploaded it? And they'll go, it's cursed as fuck. It's cursed. Sorry. It's cursed, Dad. I'm like, what do you mean it's cursed? It's cringy, it's cursed, it's AI. Take it down. Why are you trying to look like you're 30? I'm like, no, I'm not. I've just asked it to do something and it's giving me this. And sometimes it can flatter you and sometimes it can make you look like you've got buzz-eyed or your nose as somebody else's nose. If you look at, I'm not going to say it, but there's a picture, I'll not tell you, but there's certain pictures that it's definitely not, it doesn't look not like me, but at the time I had constraints. That's my excuse. But no more, getting shut of that idea. I'm going to constantly commit to uploading a video every week. I'm keeping up with the creepier stuff, as in stories, unexplained stuff, and I'm keeping up getting back on track, let's say, getting back on track with talking about video nasties. And that video nasty series will end at some point, but what I see that doing is I'll probably use it to talk about, let's say, one film and go into more depth, right? Or maybe I'll do a refuse films special or independent films specials. As long as I'm getting something out of it myself, I love it. I love doing it. And as long as you guys like it, then I'll carry it on, like. And then just be normal. When I get, like, when it's better weather, I'll get out and send more. When I go, like, vlogging, people say, oh, I've had some negative stuff, but it's none of you guys on YouTube. I want to make that 100% clear now. I've had a couple of challenges. It's like chuffing Street Fighter 2. When you challengers are right, almost the assumption of he's been away on holiday, he's not as bad as what he's saying. That level. Shithousery, you know what I mean? Nobody can comment negatively about how it affects your day-to-day. Everybody's different. You need to understand this, and I am preaching now, so sorry. Everybody's different with the pain levels, with the pain thresholds. You've no idea what someone's got going off in their bloody life. I have got to a point now where I've said enough's enough with it because of I'll get it sorted because I value my own health and my well-being. I value that more since I lost my brother than at any other time in my life, because I think I ain't standing for no shit. I'm too old for this shit. That's what I said at download. Yeah, I mean, I am. I ain't got pissing time to argue with somebody. But what I'll do is, and what I've said before in my videos, they're making negative comments and making derogatory comments, and they can bollocks, is what I'm going to tell them. Bollocks. I'm cutting them out. They're having no more to do. No, there's no to come, father. I've got a good mate, Dale, at work. Woman until says to me, I bet you're wearing that for a bet for one of your mates, aren't you? She says, I think I know him. I says, you should do, love. He's your father. And he's from Barnsley, and he'll say, and we both say same sayings on some things, you know, because we've got that dialect a little bit. And he'll say, they've note to come, and it's right. They've note to come. You're not going to give him not time of day. No note to bastard come. They've note to come. Sorry for swearing, it's a bit fruity, innit, but might be Sheffieldness bringing it out in me.
Bastard. Bastard.
No, I mean Sheffield, no, it's city. Might be a little bit of, Thanos, urbanness. Hey, speaking of urbanness, I could segue into Old Me, couldn't I? Yes, we used to have a band, me and James. I'll tell you its name. Well, in fact, I'm not going to spoil it. If I get a chance of it next couple of weeks, I'm going to pull him to one side. If I see him, let's just say if I happen to be abroad with him over the next couple of weeks, it might happen. I'll say, right, we're having a beer and I want to take you down memory lane and let's talk about what we used to do in the 90s with music. And then I think that'll make a good vlog. If he'll agree to it, like, he probably will. He's a good egg. He might be upset that I've called him, that I said he looks a bit like Russ Abbott, and I didn't mean it nasty, but he does with his eyes. If you look at James's eyes, his profile, and to me, his eyes and that, and I saw that picture of Russ Abbott, I thought, hey, he's always reminded me of Russ Abbott, old Jimmy. He's a funny bugger. He's probably funnier than Russ Abbott. Although he said to me, I can't wait till you start your YouTube, JT. You're so funny. And I'm like, I can be a bit funny because I think I've got funny bones, you know, off my mother. But I can't do it on tap, you know what I mean? I can't go, I'm not like, I can't do a bloody stand-up or make sure everything's funny all the time. My jokes are shit. It's just circumstances quite amusing sometimes I find me saying it, which I don't mind sharing. Well, I'm nearly at work, Sithy. Yeah, Dale is a great lad. Dale, I want to shout out. I should be shouting out everybody on my channel, shouldn't I? But bloody useless at remembering everybody. I'll tell you now as well, and this is wonky now, this video, because my camera's nearly on floor. But I want to reassure you that anybody who comments on my channel, constructively obviously, and politely, and you all do, so I don't have to tell you your P's and Q's, it's me who's bloody on one tonight, isn't it? But I really do thank you, and I'll answer every single one of you to my best ability. There's only one caveat: if I'm badly with my hands, it might take a while, but I'm normally pretty good, and I want to continue. I don't see why that should. I'm naive, aren't I? Because if one day my channel gets too busy and I miss somebody, they're going to be like, you told me in 2026 we're on the year 2035 and you've not answered. Oh, hey, that'd be a bloody a nice problem to have, having to take time to get through everybody, wouldn't it? But I am lucky that I get comments. Hey, some videos, you know, they don't get comments or likes, and that's one thing that James did tell me. He says, you know, when you start YouTube, you'll not be able to like your videos, not be able to watch them before. But that's not very nice, but it's right. But weirdly, I'd got that in my mind, and I'd seen other people try and start, and they'd not got views and likes, and I thought, oh, you know what I mean? I bear that in mind, and that's not going to stop me. So that's what I thought, anyway. And like that Tony Soprano video, my first one that I vlogged about CPAP machine and all that. Well, I'm still using it, by the way, and health update, I'm all right with that. Yeah, it got like, it's had like about 300 and odd views, and it's like, that was my first ever vlog. And I think what happened were, I was like, chuff, mate, and James got in touch, and he's like, you know that for a first vlog, that's done all right here. I'm like, nah, shut up, just being a mate. And he's like, no, honestly, you're doing all right. So yeah, that gave me a bit of hope, yeah. So I'm lucky that my videos do get views, even if it's just like, what the bloody hell's he talking about? Or what's he on about these old films for? Or, nah, there's no such thing as a bloody piranha in Donny. Well, you need to watch my next video. If you've not seen it, get that one watched, because, bit of a plug, it's one of the weirdest stories, certainly in Donny. And there's been some stories in Donny, let me tell you. There is in every city. It's a city now, isn't it, I think? Yeah. And I think James did a good job at Goldthorpe video. I said, even though like he bought me a drink, there's no influence with that, because I were just in Neck at Woods when he rang me up, like, and I'm like, of course I'll come here for a pint, yeah. But honestly, I genuinely love that video of Goldthorpe, because he's got this way of painting it as it is. And anybody who's like, oh, you shouldn't be posting that because it's like you're showing people that are going through struggles and stuff. I mean, he's showing it from a point of view where it's at, and I live near Goldthorpe, and I think it's had its moments as Goldthorpe, but I don't think there is a lot of hope. There's a hell of a lot of hope in Goldthorpe. And one thing that I'm really impressed with is there is a community. I don't care what anybody says. People say, oh, the community is dead now. No, I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. There is still a community spirit, and people have got challenges. That's all it is. And there's lovely people in Goldthorpe. There is really lovely people. This bit will all be a black screen, because I can't show you me going into work, and I can't show you the last few minutes. Yeah, so this is where this bit comes to an end. It might just be this bit. I might be too knackered to do any more. So if I have only just got this bit, and if I don't get a chance on my dinner or a chance to speak to you on my way home, thank you very much. This is a one-off. I don't think I'll be doing a driving one again. And there's no scripting and all like that, as in a lot of my vlogs. What I'll do is with my vlogs, this is another tip for YouTube: don't stop, keep focused, chuck your stuff out there, look at feedback, don't bother buying a £600 camera, use your phone, just stick to this, right? And it worked all right in the end with me, and this is what I've learned from mistakes. So yeah, do all that, prepare for your video, but don't like script it, just be you. So you'll have like, maybe put some flashcards somewhere that, you know, behind camera, where you can look and go, oh, I need to mention that next, and it's not obvious, like you're going, and on Friday what we did was we went for some food, you know what I mean? So just like put Friday food and go like, oh yeah, we went for some food on Friday, didn't we? And oh, let me get my phone out. Where did we go? Oh, just be normal, be normal. Oh, I just need to check where we went. Oh yeah, and it were really good, and we did. Do you know what I mean? Instead of being too scripted and false, like. Hopefully you don't think I'm false, and I'm not. I know I'm not in a rude. Because I can't be else, and I can't. I'm not that good an actor to do like a full-time acting job of being a YouTuber that I'm not, and neither is James. He'll openly tell you what you see is what you get. And people say, "Oh, you might look moody." No, he's not a moody guy. He just he takes it not too seriously, but he wants to do a good job, which I think is a good thing. That's another thing I've learned from him is like, you know, always try and do your best type, which I always have anyway, from what my grandma said to me when I was a kid. You know what I mean? When you go to work or you go and do something, try and have an element of pride in it. So if you're going to work or you're going to do it, let's say you're going to do a vlog, you want to be coming away thinking, I've done what I can with that. I'm pretty proud of that. There might be some things I'll do different next time, but that's not a negative. That's a learning thing, isn't it? So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. If I don't get to see you on my own, all the best. Stay safe, please. Drop us a comment to say I watched till like 19 minutes, or I watched first 2 minutes, or I watched to NJT. I'm hardcore. I really appreciate that. It'd be interesting to see if anybody watches this one. But yeah, thank you so much. I've got some, like I said, I've got some external challenges. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to cut them. I'm going to cut them bastards out because I ain't got time to piss about and worry about what other people are saying about my disability. If I'm badly, I'm badly. Bollocks to them. Right. Thanks, everybody. Love you all. See you soon. I nearly fell into a trap that I'm going to tell you about. So bear with me for another 2 minutes max, right? Don't tell people on YouTube, coming up, you're going to be seeing me make an omelette, and then you don't make the omelette. That's naughty because you're telling people you're going to do something. You know, if I've ever done that, I'm really sorry, and I've learned the hard way with that. I've been called out, not on YouTube, but by family and stuff. Hey, you forgot to do this. No, so what I mean to say is, at the beginning of the video, I just rewatched it to see if there was sound, and hallelujah, there's sound. So this is probably going to get uploaded. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but you'll have to let me know in comments. Like I say, I did mention that I went away on my own, and I said I'd cover it. So I've got another minute, and I have to just tell you before I go into work. One of my favourite bands, obviously Eagles. I'd say my favourite bands are Eagles, Beastie Boys, Slayer, and Ghost. I were at one point a couple of years ago, living, breathing. I got stopped in work saying, "Have you got a different Ghost t-shirt for every day you worked?" I've got hundreds, because Ghost t-shirts are nice as well. That's another story. But the story is, I went on my own because it was cheaper to go to Amsterdam and fly to Amsterdam at the time than go to Etihad Stadium, which I weren't keen on probably going to Etihad Stadium. I'll let you read into that what you will. Half my fan base have gone, oh God. No, I've got naught against Man City. Anyway, moving on. So it was cheaper to go to Amsterdam and go in hostel. So I went on my own. I was absolutely bricking it. I've never been as overwhelmed. If you've ever been to Amsterdam Airport, it's bloody huge, and I had to go underground to get trained to where I needed to be. So to cut a long story short, that were a lesson learned. I should have travelled with somebody, because I did it, but I did feel it, and it almost got to a point where it was a bit overwhelming. If I'm honest with you, when I met my friend, because I was meeting a friend when I got to destination, as soon as I met him, I was like, oh, thank God I found you. So I thought, if I'm travelling again and it's somewhere that I've not been before, and I do this all the time, so if you see me on a vlog and I'm on my own, there's normally somebody in back at car, or there's somebody that I'm meeting there, or I've got some accompaniment, or they're helping me somehow, you know what I mean, supporting me. That's just how I am at the minute. I mean, there's worse, isn't there? Anyway, see you in a bit. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Take care.